look crazy. I feel crazy. I am crazy. Okay, let's go. I wanted to talk about my favorite manifestation technique. Isn't it wonderful? It's literally just going general. It's from Neville Goddard, who is taught by Abdullah. All you have to do is get into the feeling, the state, the wish fulfilled, instead of going specifically like, I got this thing, $1,742. You can do that. But if you just want money, if you want a person, instead of saying, I want this person, I want to be married in Kentucky, you just go general, and then the universe, God source, energy will lead you in a way that is better probably than your logical mind would be able to figure out. I do it when there's a lot of resistance towards something, and because I'm like super heady and worried a lot, I do it for like everything, like literally, instead of going specific. Especially when you wake up or you go to bed, it's like, oh my gosh, isn't it amazing? Isn't it wonderful? That is so awesome. You just get into the feeling of it and this relief and ease, or whatever the feeling would bring you. Maybe it's elation, but usually if I book a job, yes, I'm elated, but I'll also be extremely relieved. Like, oh, thank God I have that cash that's going to come in. I have this work that's going to come in, and it's exciting, but also there's a major amount of relief. So you tap into the feeling and the sensation and the end state instead of thinking specifically about a thing, because yes, you can manifest something specific. You can manifest a specific person, but if you're like me and there's a lot of worry and resistance in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, but they did this thing, it made me mad, or yeah, but there's a strike going on. It's like, no, go to the end, just get into the feeling of it. I did this with the strikes. I was like, I don't know how, even though it's going terribly, I know that they're going to end by this time, and oh my gosh, isn't it so amazing that the strikes are over, and now there's like major movement. I'm not saying that I'm the one creating movement in the strikes being over, but you know, in my reality, I am. Yeah, and that goes back to what I was saying in my other manifest specific person video, saying you need to heal first, because if you're like me again, and I'm only speaking for personal experience, when I would try to manifest something or a specific person reacting a certain way, specific person doesn't mean love interest. It could mean your brother or your boss. I would just go to the end of all my relationships are harmonious, this blissful feeling, instead of they reacted and they said this. But if it's a specific person that's like a love interest, maybe it's good to go back and heal that pain, because if you're manifesting a specific person and you're like, oh, we're in a committed relationship, oh yeah, but he just blocked me. It's okay to go in steps and to go general as well, and to work on healing yourself. So that's it. Oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? It's so amazing. Everything is turning out so perfectly in my life. Things are flowing beautifully. I'm happy. I'm fulfilled. I'm prosperous. I'm getting so many opportunities, so much love. I have so much harmony in my relationships. The people around me are so happy. Everyone is so happy and positive. I'm seeing amazing, unexpected things come in every single day. I don't even know what the universe is going to bring me today, but it's going to be so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good, that thing that the universe brought me. It wasn't necessarily that specific thing, but it was so good. It made me happy, and then maybe that happiness will lead you to that specific thing. Okay. Another thing, I was gonna maybe put it in a different video, but I may as well just say it now. I love tarot, and I think that it really is such a great tool in showing the reflection of your subconscious mind, and it can be so accurate. But I just want to say there have been a couple times you end up manifesting what they say, if you really have belief in this psychic reading. So somebody said, you're going to be with this person, it's going to be a great relationship, and you'll go to the city that they're working in, but you won't stay with them. And I was like, that's really weird, because they're basically begging me to say a series of events led to like fights, and then I did go to that city, and I didn't stay with them because we had a split, and I didn't stay with that person, but I did end up going, which is what the psychic said. You'll end up going, but you won't stay with them. Before I went there, she was like, oh, I see a breakup. And I was like, before you said that we were gonna like end up together, you know? So I think that the readings will conform to where you're at subconsciously, but you have to be careful, because you could manifest the prediction. And I also had another, I kind of like readings, okay? So I'm working on it. But I was seeing a different guy. We got really close this one night, and then the next day I had this reading. It wasn't even about him. She was like, what about your love life? And then she said some like not positive things, and then literally that day he was being weird. Yeah, maybe I date crazy guys, okay? But it could also be they're like reflecting these readings, because the psychic will put the idea into your head, and then you'll ruminate on it, and then it'll manifest. Another thing that happened, I booked this movie, I got this reading, and it said you were excited about a job, but you're gonna lose it. And then I actually got released from the job because they cut the part for the budget. So I did lose the job. Maybe that wouldn't have happened if I didn't get that reading that said I was gonna lose a job. I don't know. I still like tarot. I really like Hindu astrology. I don't know. I think that there is some greater fate. I don't know how the universe works, but I'm telling you my personal experience, and people are a reflection of us. Life is a reflection of us, whether it's a reflection of our fated consciousness. I don't know. I'm testing it out. I'm trying to figure it out. I'll never know. We'll never know. None of us will never know. We're not in the era of knowing how the world works or how the universe works. There are so many galaxies. There are so many planets and entities that we don't know about. Humans are not the center of the universe. We probably aren't meant to know how it works. And God, the creator, probably isn't like, oh yeah, I want these people to know how this works. Because we're really not that stable of creatures. We're kind of crazy. I don't really know what God is. In short, isn't it wonderful? Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. This amazing thing just happened. Everything is so harmonious. I manifest my desires easily. You don't just say I manifest easily, because if you manifest everything, then you can manifest, getting fired. If you manifest everything, focus on like the positive stuff. So when you say I manifest so easily, say I manifest what I want easily. I manifest my desires easily. I manifest harmony easily. I manifest love. I manifest money easily. Money's not evil. Money's amazing. It's what people do with it and what people do to get it that can be dirty. Money's fantastic. Money's my best friend. Money chases me. Money and I are so close. It swamps me. It is obsessed with me. It always finds me. So 1, isn't it wonderful? 2, be mindful of the tarot. Be careful because you could manifest it. Look at his pants. Similar to Isn't It Wonderful is just calling things golden. Everybody has a reference that gold is amazing, right? And if you don't, then change it. But I would say like, oh, golden October. There's this gold flooding into my life. I'm surrounded by liquid gold. One of my good friends says she just visualizes liquid gold collapsing on her. And that's just such an amazing technique. Focus on the positive because that will expand. Okay, well, I hope you liked the video. I hope you like my pants. And I'm gonna go. Okay, bye.